All right, with my calculator, there's a difference between subtraction and the negative button. So on the gray buttons over on the left-hand side, this is our subtraction key. But down at the bottom by the decimal, that's our negative key. So if I just go ahead and put in 100 minus, using our subtraction button 3, and hit enter, I get 97. If I try that with the negative key instead, 100 negative 3, and hit enter, I get this error. Okay, so I get this error because I use the negative button instead of the subtraction button. So if I click go to, it's going to highlight right there where my problem was, and then I can go ahead and change that to subtraction, and then I get my 97. Okay, let's go ahead and practice the negative and subtracting with our y equal button. So if I go to y equal, and I want this to say negative 2x. Well, if I put in negative 2x, and then I hit graph, that works. Let me go back to my y equal, and I'm going to change it to subtract 2x. And I hit graph, and I get an error. So when I use the negative button, it works, but the subtract button, I get an error. So you have to be careful between the negative and the subtracting. So second and quit, we'll clear that out. Go back to y equal. So let's say it's a negative 2x. I don't want to take away 6 more. Well, if I say subtract 6 and go to graph, everything's good. So that was with the negative and then the subtraction sign. But if I go back to my y equal, and instead of subtraction I put negative and hit graph, I get something completely different. It didn't give me an error, but it's completely different. Let's see, let's go back. I'm going to put in another one so we can see the difference. So one using the negative sign in the middle, one using the subtraction sign in the middle. And I'm going to go ahead and make this a darker line. So you see I've graphed 2 different lines, but they look like they should be the same, but they're not really the same. So I have to be careful with those negatives and the subtraction sign.